Jimmer Teisih agus foiiltes mar sé Damien O'Donnell is RTE Radio na Gaeltarte. The Michael Murphy Sports sponsored Senior Championship Finals are upon us once again. An Chisiú le déag de bhí dhearúin over imar na cluichí Canish a buir Ken Cool. In the Senior A final, Glantully agus Kilcharra. Kilcharra are in the final for the first time in 23 years, and Glantully are wanting to win back the title they had 3 years ago. And cluichí Canish Sincher B by Gaidor and Yedin Niwanan.
Yeah, 7.6, a bad wide there from Oisin Crawford. That's Glenswilly's fifth wide of the second half to go to 5 they had in the first 10 wides in total. And, we looked at cornerbacks. Conor McCallan got forward there. Michael Murphy gave him a ball, I think, around about 35-40 metres out. They've got to get the legs of Gary McFadden, Michael Murphy, these guys that can get scores on the board of Glenswilly to push on here. But the game's still here. Malin are doing well. And, as I say, entering the last 11-12 minutes of the match, if they were given this scenario before the game started, they would have taken it.
Well, Malin have 6 on the board. It's a 1-point game, and now that Joe Gibbons has taken it after a long diagonal ball from Neil Gallagher. They're on the 45. Oisin Crawford has it. Is he going to try again with the right foot? Cutting across the 45. Support there with Christopher McGonigal. And comes back to Gary McFadden, who gets through 3 Malin men inside the D. Michael Murphy has it. It's popped out of Murphy's hands, lands back into the full forwards grasp on Michael Murphy from 40 metres out. No hamstring injury there, Declan. The white flag is raised. It's a 2-point game. Glenswilly starting to take a grip of this one. They lead in the closing minutes, be it 8-6.
Yeah, good score from Michael Murphy. He is hobbling, but you can see what he can do even on one leg there. Brilliant. He won the ball well, turned onto his right foot. Really good score. 8-6, 23 minutes gone.
Brendan McLaughlin's made it a 1-point game. The free coming from 21 metres out. It's Brendan McLaughlin's 5th point of the game, and it's down to 1. Glenswilly 8, Malin 7, and we've got about 45 seconds of normal time left to go with injury time to come. No indication from the 4th official yet as to what is going to be added on. We're going to have 3 minutes here, Declan, at the end of this one. As you say, it's in the melting pot. There's just a point in it at 8-7. That free is taken quickly. Neil Gallagher's going to have a putt from distance. Neil Gallagher's effort is a glorious score. He got 1 in the first half. Now he's got 1 in the second half. It's back to a 2-point game. It's 9-7 to Glenswilly, and a mammoth score from about 40 metres out from the big Glenswilly midfielder. Now Seamus McGonigal blows the full-time whistle, and it's Glenswilly, the winners from 2011 and 2013, who are back in the Donegal Senior Football Championship final. They have beaten Malin in a low-scoring encounter by 9-7, and Glenswilly are returning to the county final, Declan.
Well, listen, Glenswilly and the management side, Gary McDade and Michael Canning, will go away and they'll say to themselves, yeah, we just got over the line and we didn't play with, but it's always a good way.
Just a few short weeks ago, the seasons of Glenswilly and Michael Murphy looked over. On Saturday, they showed that they're very much alive and kicking at O'Donnell Park against Sean McCool's in the first of the weekend's quarter-finals. Murphy, the championship's title sponsor, was ably assisted by the Glenswilly captain, Gary McFadden, who put over 6 points. McFadden was especially prolific in the first half. McCool stayed in touch thanks to some fine points, among them this long-range score by Aaron Kelly. But Murphy was on fire from all angles. McCool's got a lifeline when Darren O'Leary batted home this goal. And Martin O'Reilly's persistence paid off for a score. Just 2 in it at the break. The McCool's hope was short-lived. Neil Gallagher won the throw-up, and just 11 seconds into the second half, Murphy hit the net. Glenswilly had 8 different scorers, among them Keelan Kelly. and Donegal star Gallagher as they ran out resounding 220 to 114 winners. Termon had already caused one big upset this year, having beaten Gweedore at the Burn Road in the group stages, and they lined up hopeful of halting the march of the bookmakers' favourites Kilcar on Saturday night in Ballybuffet. Kilcar were in no mood to hang around though, and veteran Michael Hegarty rolled back the years as Martin McHugh's team took an early control. Donegal minor player Enda McCormick got Termon off the mark, but Kilcar's slick movement was too hard to handle, and the timeless Hegarty led the charge. Patrick McBurdy arced over from the left-hand side. And young Andrew McLean chipped in with a couple of classy points for the tiny men. But it was Hegarty who remained central as Kilcar pulled away to lead by 9 at the break. Hegarty scored twice late in the first half, and it was 11-2 at the changeover. Patrick McBurdy curled over a beauty, and Kieran McGinley scythed through from midfield to get in on the act. Termon managed a response from substitute Fintan O'Flynn. But Kilcar eased through by 19 points to 4.
Kilcar have passed the ball into Ryan McHugh. He's got 2 defenders with him, but he breaks away and he's coming in towards the 20 and he's going to get a shot away. Is he going to go for a goal? He opts to pass it along to Michael Hegarty, who, as you hear, has got a goal.
Yes, Kilcar in that one particular facet of play have shown their potential.
And the ball is broken free and Kilcar away. There's a New Connell man on the floor.
Goal.
But they've got a goal chance on here and they've got it. And Martin McHugh has won it down this left-hand side. This is his first attempt down the channels and he's got it away. He's got the kick away and that's a goal through Owen McHugh. And that's a beautiful goal and confident goal through Owen McHugh. Pat McGrady has it. He's looking to get the chance to get a kick away and he's made space and there's a goal on here again. He's got a man inside him but he has to take it.
Yes. What a wonderful score by McCreary, an absolutely brilliant goal.
Well, it's been coloured once again by Kilcar and way ahead of Owen McHugh. He's got acres of space down there at the minute. He's running towards the goals. He's one man over to his left. He's taking it. That roar will tell you it's in the back of the net.
There seemed picture-perfect conditions in O'Donnell Park on Saturday for the first of the Michael Murphy Sports Senior Championship semi-finals. Malin bidding for a first ever final berth, and the Old Dogs for the hard road Glenswilly looking to reach their 5th decider. Malin were more clinical early on, and Stephen Fildara drilled over this fine score to open the scoring. The swirling wind around the playing area caused the free takers trouble, as Gary McFadden found out to his cost. At the other end, Christy Fildara had no such trouble, and he brilliantly sailed over as the underdogs Malin visibly grew in confidence. But Glenswilly levelled again with a Route 1 move. Goalkeeper James Gallagher punted to the middle of the park. Neil Gallagher flicked the kick out to his brother Cahill. He made ground before laying off to Michael Murphy, who did the rest with a fine point. Neil Gallagher really showed his worth to his club in this tense, tight battle, this point putting the Glen men in front for the first time. The teams were level at 5 points apiece as Malin's Brendan Fildara clipped over this point late in the half. Brendan Fildara tapped over a close-range free for Malin at the start of the second half. But Gary McFadden did likewise for Glenswilly, and there was still nothing to separate the sides. Murphy appeared to injure his hamstring at one stage and was in distress for some time, but showed no ill effects, with this fine point to open up a 2-point lead for the first time. But Malin just wouldn't go away, and Brendan Fildara's free gave them hope in the late exchanges. But cometh the hour, cometh Neil Gallagher, and this fabulous effort finally sealed a 0-9 to 0-7 win for Michael Kenning's team, who are final bound once again. Champions Niamh Conaill had defeated St Eunan's in the quarter-final, but came up against another heavyweight in the form of Martin McHugh's Kilcar in the second semi-final on Sunday evening. Niamh Conaill had a dream start. Kieran Thompson down the left-hand side fed Owen McGettigan, who worked a chance in on the end line for Liam McClune, who flicked home from an acute angle, and a goal for the champions after just 5 minutes. Niamh Conaill had a big win over Kilcar at this same semi-final stage last year, and John O'Malley's long-range point put 4 between them in this one. Ryan McHugh, one of the form players in the country, got in to put Kilcar off the mark in the 6th minute, showing superb determination to work the chance. But Niamh Conaill went down the other end, and Seamus Corcoran boomed over to reaffirm their early dominance. Kilcar got themselves right back in it though. Ryan McHugh made an incision with this run before offloading to veteran Michael Hegarty to fire home the first of the Towney men's goals. Patrick McBurty got to work with this fine point to bring the margins even tighter as Kilcar began to warm to the task. Space was at a premium, but Brendan McDyer managed to wriggle himself free to point for Niamh Conaill. Hegarty and McBurty were central to the Kilcar second goal, Hegarty sending McBurty on his way, and he transferred to Conor Doherty, who still had work to do, but Doherty kept his cool to fire home and put Kilcar in front for the first time. Kilcar haven't been to a final since 1993, but this superb score from McBurty showed a team very much on song. Kilcar had a chance of a third goal when Matthew McLean was fouled and Jimmy White, the referee, awarded a penalty. Up stepped McBurty, but his kick was saved by the Niamh Conaill goalkeeper, Stephen McGrath. Liam McClune clipped over at the other end as Niamh Conaill stayed in touch. But it was Kilcar who finished the first half in style. Owen McHugh slotted home another goal, and they led by 3-4 to 1-6 at half-time. This peach from Ryan McHugh in the opening minute of the second half set the tone for what was to follow. And although Kieran Thompson did take the fight to the challengers for Niamh Conaill, Kilcar were able to open up a 5-point lead with just 10 minutes gone in the second half. Ryan McHugh wonderfully firing over off his right foot. Niamh Conaill had a chance of a real lifeline when they themselves were awarded a penalty. But young Owen McGettigan saw his effort saved by the Kilcar goalkeeper, Eamon McGinley. Kilcar went for the jugular, and McBurty powered in to net a fourth goal for the Towney men. The Southwest side are a team on a mission. Owen McHugh wasn't born when Kilcar won the last of their Dr. Maguires in '93, but is one of the reasons they're favourites this time. and this goal sealed a 5-10 to 111 win. Kilcar back in the Donegal Senior Football Championship final.
So there you have it, an exciting day of football ahead of us on Sunday, the 16th of October, a Bar Kenvacul. Ta foilte war over like ar le agus mór in na forne like agus ar na réitserí.